When I walked down with him, he was like, is your husband coming? And I was like, no, he's not coming. I'm the decision maker here.
You should have been like, is your wife here? Can I talk to her?
Hi, I'm Teresa.
And I'm Emily.
This is No Ordinary Friendship.
We've been best friends for forever. And while life has tried to keep us apart,
we won't let it. Join us as we catch up on pop culture, parenthood, and whatever's on our minds.
We promise a short break from real life, just for a little bit.
We all have our people.
And now you are one of them.
Alrighty. Hey, Emily.
Hello. Welcome back, listeners. We're still here.
I just took a hot shower for the first time, Emily, yesterday in a very long time. And it's one of those things where you do not appreciate a hot shower until you lose the ability to do it. Our hot water heater went out, I guess, after we came home from Thanksgiving. And we all took like a lukewarm shower. I don't know how water heaters work, but our hot water heater is in the basement, in the garage, and it has to like travel all the way up to our second floor, I guess kind of the third floor in our home. And so I'm used to the water taking a really long time to get hot, so I didn't even think twice about it. And I think it's like hot water that's in storage in the pipes or something for a while. So that's how we got lukewarm water. Even Logan was like, this is not right. Because he like took one step into his little baby bathtub and like jumped right out. So we did like a little sponge bath for him. But 2 days ago, we tried to actually take hot showers, give Tyler a bath and everything. And nothing was working. And I had 4 different people come over and give me a quote.
Oh my gosh.
From like, yeah. I mean, I felt really lucky. I didn't know this, but plumbers work 24/7, which I guess makes a lot of sense because these plumbing issues are like real.
Emergencies, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like even some ones that I found on Yelp that are not big, they have 24/7 call centers as they outsource. Yeah. So it's I guess it's good business, but there's definitely a lot of competition too. Anyway, I called for them over. I think they like diagnosed it to be one of 3 things. All of them did. The first guy gave us the cheapest quote. He said it would be a couple $100, takes him about 2 hours. We're like, seems kind of pricey. The preceding people all came in with like quotes that were 4 to 5 times higher. Anyway, long story short, we end up spending like the money to replace the whole thing. We did because the guy that originally gave us a really cheap quote, he was like, I think it's this thing. No guarantees, but I think it's this thing. He couldn't get it to work. And he seemed pretty honest. And he was like, I think you might have to replace that. You might as well just spend the money for like an extra 10 years.
Yeah, that is true though. Like when we were at our old place in Playa Vista, we did have to replace our water heater too. And it was around that 10-year mark. So I think that's pretty standard.
I feel like I don't know anything about household stuff until something goes wrong. And then I know everything. And then I'm like YouTubing everything. And what really pissed me off about one of the last guys, though, was he was like, oh, is your husband home? And I was like, excuse me, sir. I know, first of all, my husband was home, but he doesn't know any more than me. Like, we both know nothing. But I watched like 3 more YouTube videos than he did. So I know a little bit more than he does.
That's a weird thing to say in this day and age.
And when I walked down with him, he was like, is your husband coming? And I was like, no, he's not coming. I'm the decision maker here.
You should have been like, is your wife here? Can I talk to her?
I should have. He was wearing a wedding band. That'll be my next go-to line, actually.
Yes. Throw it back at him.
But I took the longest hot shower and I was like, I don't even care how expensive this is going to be. This feels nice.
Yay. I'm glad you got it to work. That is I think it's so funny. Like, you don't think about these things, but if something small goes wrong in your house, it's just the worst. Like, that actually happened to us once where it wasn't not working, but the hot water heater was leaking when I was trying to get the girls to school one morning.
Oh, yeah.
And Charlie called it out and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what to do. So I did call my husband, but he was like, okay, well, can you turn off the water? And so luckily I was able to figure that out and get the girls to school. And then the plumber came in. It was just like a broken pipe for us. So
I don't even know how to turn off the water to my house.
I learned now. There's a valve at the very top of the water heater to turn off just the hot water. And then outside our house is like the main, like the master water thing.
Okay.
So you should find out where that one is just in case.
Oh, yeah, I should. Probably when it breaks is the next time I'll go figure that out.
Yes. I want to tell you that I actually went and did something exciting today, not just sitting at home. I went to this new place called Skin Laundry, and they're supposed to be this sort of like quick service laser facials place. And I think it's a chain that started in Santa Monica. And I remember you did a laser facial, so I feel like you kind of inspired me to give it a try. And then, I can't pass up a good deal. So they hit me with an Instagram ad that said $75 for your first laser facial. And I was like, whoa, Teresa paid like $700 or something. I'm going to only pay $75. Hopefully I don't get like 10 times worse than hers.
You actually pay to get worse because it's so cheap.
But
how was it? That is such a great deal.
Yeah, I'm sure it was like less, I guess like effective than yours in a one-time treatment, but their whole idea is it's like a regular thing, sort of like a gym membership. So you can buy a membership and go regularly to get these laser facials, and it's supposed to deliver kind of like longer term results with no downtime. So as you can see, I actually have like no makeup on, so there's no redness. They're like, you're not going to see very much after the first treatment because, it's not super invasive, but if you do it regularly over time, it's supposed to help with your concerns.
Oh, I like that. So maybe it's more like, maybe you spend equal amounts of money because you have to do it more often.
Yeah.
But it's a doctor, right, that does the treatment?
I guess there's like a doctor who developed all the protocols and the treatments, and then it's a nurse who does it.
Okay. Someone with some kind of like degree and background that can do it.
Yeah. So
did you
of
like
course, well, first I was
how long
like,
did it take?
Is it going to hurt? And they were like, no, it doesn't hurt. It just feels like a warm puff of air. You know what? It kind of hurt me.
Yeah.
It was like not super painful, but it was very hot for me. And I think I have a low heat tolerance. So I was like, this isn't like a warm puff of air. It's like a burning puff of air.
You do have a low heat tolerance. You're like, I cannot go to Mexico on this friend trip because it is going to be too hot there.
Yes, I only can live in like 70 to 75 degree temperatures.
Yeah, California is the only place you can live.
Yeah. But anyway, it was short. Like you said, yours was like 10, 15 minutes. My actual like laser treatment time was similar. But they did, since it was my first time, they made me fill out these forms about like my skin concerns, my skin routine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So overall, it was like maybe 40 minutes. But I think in the future, it'll only be like a 15-minute appointment. And
do you know how much it would cost?
I do because I signed up. Don't tell Victor.
Tell me what.
Well, of course they sold me. I was like, is it because I'm Asian? They know I can't pass up a good deal. They're like, we have this like founders membership right now, and it's probably going to go away soon because they just opened this location. And they were like, it's $250 a month for kind of like unlimited, but it's not truly unlimited because you have to wait at least 10 days in between treatments. Right. And then the more invasive one that they offer, which I think was called like fractal or I don't know, some word, fractional, or I'll look it up for next week. But that one, they have like a power duo facial where they do the one I did today plus that one. And that one does have some redness and some downtime. But that one you can only do every 28 days, which is basically 1 month. And if you buy it a la carte, though, it's like $800.
Man, you really studied this pricing structure. And so what did you choose? You picked the $250?
I picked the $250 because she was like, plus we're doing your first month for half off for Black Friday. So I was like, okay, well, and it's a 4-month commitment. So I was like, if I don't like it after 4 months, at least I saved for the first month, right?
Yeah.
And they waived my $75 because I'm technically on this like monthly
amazing
plan. So I just felt like it was so no-brainer.
It's girl math right there.
Yeah, so much girl math in my life, and I'm like the ultimate sucker where I'm like, ooh, limited time promotion, ooh, extra 50% off, sign me up. But I mean, I do want to be maintaining my skin more. Like I feel like I've aged a lot in the past couple of years, so I'm hoping this will help. And it's not like crazy breaks the bank, you know? Like I feel like in a month you can spend $250 pretty easily. So I'll keep y'all posted on how it goes.
It seems like laser facial for the masses, like making it more accessible for everyone, which I thought was nice. I'm looking into laser facials again too, Emily, because I'm going to Taiwan.
Oh, yeah.
And I told my dad, and he was like, I've been thinking about it too. So I guess it runs in the family. And then I told my mom because I thought she could maybe help me research. And she was like, don't do that. And she, for some reason, she had like a negative reaction to it because I think she was like, you're here for a limited amount of time. You're going to just have red blemishes, redness all over your face. But I don't think that's really the issue.
What if you
I
just
think
do it near the end? Like,
yeah,
you know?
well, I think, even when I did it in San Francisco, they said I could put makeup on afterwards. It's very minimal downtime. And you can tell them how strong you want them to go.
You can go with your dad. It can be like a daddy-daughter date.
Oh, it's so affordable in Taiwan too, which is why I thought it would be worth it. And and they have very spa-like clinics there. Yeah, I think Asia's just a little bit too focused on beauty.
I just saw one of my Instagram friends was in Taiwan and she did one of those head spa treatments. So you should do that in Taiwan too. It's like I feel like it's a very trendy thing right now where you just go, they like analyze your scalp and then they do this whole treatment. And there's this like thing that looks almost like a rainbow and water comes down and they use that to like wash your hair. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I've been seing it a lot on Instagram and it's pretty
It's just called a head or
head
facial.
Spa.
Oh, they have a hex spa.
Head.
Wait, hex.
Head.
Oh, head. Like
your head.
Got it.
But yeah, my friend who I saw for brunch today, she actually just went to a head spa in Burlingame. So
I've never heard of such a thing. Is that like the new?
I think it's a new thing
that's happening right now.
I don't know if maybe it came from Korea or something.
Of course.
The one that she did, I think, was like around 200.
Have you ever heard of the term Korea boo?
No.
It's something that I learned recently, and I'm so old. I literally typed into TikTok, like, what is Korea boo?
What is
define
it?
Korea boo. It's a term that's kind of negative, or I think it is used as in a negative way, where someone is obsessed with being with Korean culture, and they almost believe that they're Korean, and they denounce all other cultures as well. But it's really different from just being like a K-pop fan or someone that really likes Korean skincare. It's like you almost believe that you are Korean and you really want to date someone that's Korean and you put them on a pedestal. So that's Korea boo.
It's almost
I feel like a term
Asian
is
fetish,
too
but
cute.
like Korean focused, right?
Yeah. And definitely a negative connotation to it. Anyways, that term is from 2020 though, the video that I saw.
Never
so
even
we're very
heard of
behind the
it.
times.
I know. Just like the rest of our breaking news.
Okay, because the holidays are coming up, everyone's shopping right now, at least online. I thought it'd be fun for us to do kind of like a holiday gift guide recommendations for our listeners.
Okay.
So I gave you some homework.
You did.
I figure we could each go through a couple of recommendations that we have, and there were no parameters. It was like literally could be for anyone at any price point. But the things that I thought about, like what would make a good gift to me are like something that's practical, you actually use it, but maybe not something that you would typically buy for yourself.
I was thinking the same thing, and you didn't even give me those parameters.
Because like I use olive oil every day, but I don't want that as a gift. Okay, that was a bad example, but okay, do you want to go first or should I?
I can go first. So one of the ones I thought of was it sounds boring, but I feel like it has longevity. So my sister-in-law one year gifted me these really cozy house slippers. They're like gray and like kind of like faux fur, but just like really soft and warm. And I still have them years later. And I was like, honestly, like probably most people don't buy themselves cute, or they don't like splurge on cute house slippers, right? Because you're like, no one's going to see it. It's at home. I'll just wear whatever. Like maybe you keep the free hotel slippers you get. And like, if you gift someone like a cute pair, then it's just like elevating their home, aesthetic. And it's something that they wouldn't usually buy. So that was my first one.
That's a good one.
My second
I like
one,
that.
which I think is very on theme of what we've just been talking about, is a spa day. Because all of us have such cluttered homes. Like, I think many of our friends don't want more stuff at this point in our lives. But like a spa day is something people don't always want to splurge on for themselves. But you have a really great experience and then it doesn't add to your home. So
yeah, if anything, it just makes you... Are you looking for validation for your gift recommendations? I thought I was the insecure one according to my sign. I like that. I feel like obviously, like, I think experiences are the way to go when it comes to gift giving, because I agree, like, we just have too much stuff. We literally just talked about being a minimalist last episode. But I do think, like, some people, gift giving is their love language. And if I were to receive gifts, like, I would love a spa day.
Yeah, especially at the Rosewood Spa. Hint, hint.
Let's bring it back. Okay, do you have any other ones?
My other ones were kind of, I think I was just in a skincare mood because I was like thinking about my facial today. High quality face mask or eye patches, just things that, like, yes, they are a material, but you can use it up. And then it's, again, not something sitting in the house that like clutters the space.
And yeah, you're right. Like, there are ones that are really pricey that I wouldn't even think to buy. But if I got it as a gift, I'd be pretty excited.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a couple too. First one is Aesop soap.
Ooh, you bought that for our Secret Santa last year. I'm consistent. It's like $40 or $50. And I know that can be offensive to some people. That is like a crazy price point. But during COVID, we were all washing our hands 20 times a day. And I felt like that was such a day luxury that I really enjoyed, because a lot of soaps, they're very drying. And this soap is not that drying. And it's not crazy moisture. Like, it's not that thick consistency that like moisturizes your hand. It's very practical too. No, I agree. I wish I had gotten your gift last year. Like, I was like, oh man, I want that. And also, I didn't used to think it mattered, but I have been feeling just this past couple of weeks, like maybe it's the weather changing. My hands feel really dry because I wash them so much, like while I'm cooking or like just throughout the day, that maybe I do need to invest in a fancier soap, because right now I use like Trader Joe's foaming hand soap.
The one you bought me from Erewhon was really great too, although I'm sure that was very expensive as well.
I don't know if it was as expensive as Aesop, but it's more expensive than Trader Joe's.
I also heard this other brand. I've never used it before. My friend recommended Frama. It comes in a glass bottle, and apparently it's like kind of like Aesop, but maybe even more luxurious. Same price point though.
Okay,
I'll try it out. Okay, the second thing I have, influenced by you, is this is like it's the bras that you recommended, the Nay bras. Okay, hear me out. It's one size fits all, so you don't have to worry about the sizing, which I think is really great. I feel like a lot more women need to get into no wire or seamless bras. It changes your life. I used to think I had really comfortable bras, but they were not comfortable until I wore these bras. And these bras are not like granny bras either. I feel like they're cute, they're sleek, they're not super sexy or anything, but they do the job. And it has nice packaging.
Oh yeah, it comes in its own little box, right?
A little box, a little like slip cover thing. It's not like in this one plastic thing, like which doesn't make it great for gift giving. So gift your girlfriend.
Yes, and I totally agree. I think it's changed my life, because I really think, however long I live, I'm never going to go back to those traditional bras. And how long did we live with those and think that it was acceptable? Now when I put one of those on, I'm like, this is torture. Like, it's so uncomfortable and tight.
Not dramatic at all, Emily.
Like, how did we do it for so long,
It was completely unnecessary. I feel like it was a marketing scam.
Yeah.
Well, now that you introduced me to these bras, I don't know if they're dupes. Maybe they're just like the same style of bras that are becoming really popular now. At Costco, there's that DKNY brand. I haven't tried it yet. I can't vouch for it, but it was only $10 for 2 bras. Seamless.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Should try it out. Okay. And then my last one is, if you don't want to give any more things, I thought this was kind of unique. I went to someone's house for dinner over Thanksgiving week, and they had a room full of plants in their green room area. And they were like, these are NASA's top air purifying plants. And so I like that there was a bit of a story and a purpose behind it. And they all, not all of them, but like most of them seemed like they were pretty regular plants, but you can gift something that helps clean the person's air too, and it has a cute little and beneficial story behind it. Yeah, because
I have zero plants at home.
Because I guess NASA did this whole study because their space stations have to be completely sealed. And so all the contaminants in there are not able to travel out. And so they do have this very well, actually, I guess a lot of people know about it because there are a lot of articles about it, about these list of plants.
I don't know if it was the NASA ones, but I did see a couple of like Instagrams or something about plants that are like good for the air inside the house. And one of them was like the snake plant. And one of them, I think, was the money plant. So it's been on my list for months now to go buy some at like Home Depot or something. But of course, I still haven't. I'm just breathing dirty air.
At least even looking at it will make me feel better. I just can't keep them alive.
Same.
Okay, moving on. Not like we have a newsletter or anything, but maybe we could post some links in case anyone wants more information about these these great recommendations. Okay, kind of on this kind of a total pivot.
We've just been talking about minimalism.
Yeah. And the next thing I put is Black Friday purging because I joined that minimalism group. One girl posted, instead of Black Friday shopping, I'm going to spend my Black Fridays from now on doing Black Friday purging and actually spending the time, a dedicated amount of time that you would typically spend going out shopping or being online on your laptop shopping to organize the stuff that you don't want, donate, sell, whatever it may be. And I just really like that intentional mindset of moving stuff away and out of your like cluttered space to make room for nothing. Like make room for like more zen, more calmness.
I mean, I like the idea, but I can't give up a deal. So I'll like set aside a dedicated time to purge, but not during Black Friday.
Okay, at least you're self-aware and you know yourself. Thanks for your candor. Well, tell me about your Black Friday returns.
Oh yeah, so speaking of Black Friday, which, total side note, did you know Black Friday is not only in the United States?
But nobody else has
was
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so I totally thought it was just like related to Thanksgiving. But my friend was in Europe and she was like posting on her Instagram stories about Black Friday deals for Louboutins and stuff like that. And I was like, what?
Whoa.
This is news to me. Like, should we plan next year a Europe trip? So not only do you get
being minimalist, damn it, I'll be purging.
Okay, you purge and I'll be in Europe. But
okay. Wait, no, I want to come.
You can just come and not buy anything. But think about
I'll hold your bags.
First of all, right now, at least, the dollar's pretty strong. So you're getting that savings of the conversion rate, plus the typical like VAT returns, the duties or whatever. Then layer on top of that a Black Friday sale? Who even knew?
And for a brand like that, I didn't even know that those brands did those types of deals.
I didn't either. So very cool. Anyway, okay, moving on to my less exciting purchases. So I did make a few purchases and sadly, I feel like I have to return a bunch of them. So, the clothing brand Mango, I haven't shopped there in years, but our friend Evelyn shopped on it recently and I was like, I forgot about that brand. So I was just browsing and there were a couple of things for sale or on sale. So I got a coat and some boots, like ankle boots. The ankle boots are like a style where there's no zipper. It's just supposed to be like an elastic, like opening.
Slip-on.
I cannot even get my foot in. And I don't think I have a fat foot. Like, it was so frustrating. I tried for 5 minutes and I was like, am I doing this wrong? Do I have to like unlatch something? Maybe I do. I don't know. There is a buckle, but I think it's not for me. So I'm going to return it.
That reminds me of like a toddler, like toddler has like fat chubby feet, like trying to insert it into a fashionable shoe that's not meant for like early walkers.
Yes. It was really frustrating.
Not that you have a fat foot, Emily.
I must have a fat heel because that's what wouldn't go in. And then I bought a wool coat, which I'm proud there was wool in it because remember you were saying like there's no wool and stuff. And it's supposed to be oversized, but when I put it on, it looks like I'm playing dress up, like in a man's coat. And I'm trying to think like, maybe this is the style, like maybe it's kind of like the version of like hoodieing or whatever. But I don't think it's right. So I think I have to return.
Do you just feel like the style is off or it just didn't fit right on you? Like,
I'll send you a picture later and you tell me. But it's like the sleeves are weird and big and I don't know. It's just, maybe I would look better on you because you're taller. too. Yeah.
Because you know how Paige from Giggly Squad, we talk about her like she's our friend. She wears a lot of oversized stuff, and she's so petite like you.
Yeah.
And it looks really good on her.
She could just pull it off, and I can't.
What if you wore it with heels?
Do I ever wear heels?
I don't know.
Not really.
Maybe when you're in Europe, you will.
Next time we go to lunch, I'll wear heels and an oversized coat. But yeah, so those were duds. And then I bought this like climbing Santa. He is on a ladder and he climbs up, and it's supposed to be like he's decorating your Christmas tree. I wanted it last year and it sold out, so I bought it this year. This isn't even a Black Friday thing. I don't know why I'm talking about it here. But anyway, the Santa was a dud, and he like climbed for 5 seconds and stopped. And I was super annoyed. And then Cassie kept going, Santa not working. And so I had to go and return it and get another one. And luckily, the second one right now so far has been working. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed it at least lasts through this Christmas, because I don't have high hopes that it'll be like, still working in 10 years.
Where did you get it from?
From Target.
Okay. I feel like, okay. It was super cute, though. I saw a video of it.
Yeah.
It's climbing up and down.
And the girls like it. Like every day when Cassie comes home from school, she wants to turn it on. So I'm also helping her get over her fear of Santa.
Oh.
She says, I'm scared of ho, ho, ho.
Oh, I love that you call Santa a dud. That's like not a phrase I hear every day. Okay, on the pop culture front, we're like blowing through our time, Emily.
I know.
This is so not even important, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Okay.
There are these two Asian girls on TikTok right now. One girl is named Kelly, and the other girl is named Joanna. This girl, Kelly, made a Get Ready With Me video. And for those listeners that don't know, it's essentially like typically girls doing their makeup while telling a story at the same time. And she was doing a Getting Ready With Me video. And she was telling a story about how she ghosted a friend last year and why she ghosted that friend. Mainly because she felt like her friend was not a girl's girl and she was trying to steal her boyfriend for a couple of different reasons. Like one, she added him to her close friends on Instagram.
Oh.
Two is like she took her boyfriend's hoodie and like refused to give it back. And third one is she gave him a sandwich and like only him.
What? Like, and the girl was there too? Like the other
and the girl
girl
was there too. Yeah, the other girl was there too. So people are like, okay, maybe you're like kind of reaching there, girl. And then the girl that she got ghosted, she inserted herself into the conversation. She never was identified. This other girl was like, hey, you may have seen a video about that friend getting ghosted. I was that friend. Yeah. And so she proceeds to give her side of the story. And when she gave her side of the story, people's reaction were like, okay, you are totally gaslighting your friend. I totally understand why she ghosted you.
Oh.
Because apparently, I think the biggest kicker was she just made excuses. She was like, look, close friends don't mean that much to me. Like, I just add kind of like whoever. The second one, she was like, the hoodie was super cute. Like, I didn't want to give it back. And people...
That's just weird in itself. Like, for any reason, why would you take someone's hoodie and not give it back? That's stealing.
I think that was the one that people were like, that's because girls wearing their boyfriend's hoodie, like that's kind of intimate. Like that's like we're married now, but like I would never wear one of your boyfriend's hoodies and keep it.
You mean one of Victor's free made mortgage hoodies?
Well, they're probably like in their 20s or something. So your ex-boyfriends is what I was thinking about.
Okay.
And then she was like, and then it came out later that she was posting selfies in those hoodies, like kind of like very sexy and things like that, and posting them.
Weird.
Also in the close friends group, and people were like, "Come on, like you're clearly trying to do something here."
Yeah.
And the third one, she was like, "Hey, he mounted my TV, so I was just trying to be nice, and he mentioned one time that he liked that sandwich shop, so I got him a sandwich." So it was like all those things layered together.
You would still get one for the girl who's your friend, I feel.
Right.
Like.
And I think they were roommates too at the time.
Oh.
That's like you and I. We were roommates.
Good thing we never had this kind of drama.
Good thing we never liked the same type of guy ever.
True.
But people are being kind of mean to Joanna, the girl that is...
The hoodie stealer?
The hoodie stealer. I don't know why I tell so many hoodie stories, but and it felt, I don't know, it just feels like
it's kind of
petty.
bullying too, right?
Yeah, and it'll blow over, but
I guess
I'm
it's
like,
kind of her fault because if she was never identified initially, like she didn't have to come out and accept the criticisms, right?
100%. Like she could have just,
like
I don't
why
know.
did she even do that?
I think
she wanted
a part
the
of
fame.
She did, yeah, because the other girl kind of blew up. I think her TikTok went viral. And now that she identified herself, everyone else is on the other girl's side now. Oh, and then people are like, who is this guy that they're fighting over? Like, is he cute? Is he not cute? I guess his TikTok is all about him working out. He's like this very buff, tall Korean guy that's always working out. So people are like, please, girl, you were definitely trying to steal him.
Man, I need to go on TikTok after this and go see what all this is about. How come TikTok doesn't serve any of that to me?
Well, you get all the moms and they think I'm still in my 20s. Okay, so should we end it there, Emily?
I guess so. Yeah, we blew through our time. Sorry, listeners. But hopefully it was exciting to hear about all our shopping and not shopping. More
it's
next
the holiday
week.
season. Okay, more next week. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.